Hey guys, so this will be my last video in this series I'm doing. Soon when I have enough followers, I'll be able to create a playlist. Well, the playlist would be about what my views on I think world government should look like. And I do agree with this comment, I also commented on it as well, as that people do have a lot of bad memories, and I do have a fear that the world will end either by us destroying it or through nuclear war, which I think is a very real possibility, especially now with the Israeli conflict, and of course with Ukraine as well. And so I do think that I do have a fear that it will not happen, but I do believe it is needed to prevent destruction of humanity. And what bothers me most are campaigns about give money to end poverty. Did you know it's an actual fact that we have enough food to feed everybody in the entire world? We could solve world hunger right now if we wanted to. But capitalist greed, and because you've heard of the thing, demand requires more products. So sometimes even diamonds, so many diamonds out there, it's a fact, they're known to be kept in a locker, so many diamonds, but only put out a few, so the price is really high. And it's the same here. They know that they hog this food, and so much food waste goes on in the global north. And if you don't know what it's people who say developing countries, so now it's global north, global south in a sense. And so the global, we waste so many food waste is horrible, and companies and farmers and stuff, they don't want to give away food. That would lose their profit, because it's profit over people. So when you hear these big billionaires, millionaires saying, we need to end poverty, they don't really want it. They're just saying it to look good, because if they actually ended it, they wouldn't be making so much money. And it's the same thing as why a billionaire cannot be ethical, or a millionaire, because to make that money, you have to profit over others, and generally, that means going over, you have to stomp your way to the top and exploiting people, and that's how you make money. So in the system, in the way the world is, and that's why a lot of people, because they're just raised in this world, and they just listen to, everything is propaganda. I've had to re-educate myself on basically everything, because our school systems, our TV, what our parents teach us is mostly all lies, because that's how it works. And that's why I say in a world government, and if the education goes to a world government, like I said in previous videos, that will help. And that's also why, and I've also said, I believe in the singularity, we will be connected with technology. And my goal, and I really think it is possible through neural implants, is a collective conscience, like a hive mind. And then that would really help connect, because I feel the problem is that yes, we're all humans, but we have different ideas, we look different, most of us look different, so it allows when people go, well, I'm better than you because I believe this, I'm better than you because I look this way. And I think that's the problem. That's why also it is I don't want it to be everyone looks like me. I want it to be something all agreed upon, something that might not even look like any of us now, to make sure that everyone's happy. That's why I also believe now of course the binary of gender is absolutely ludicrous. If you look ancient history, tribes, even modern tribes today, science, binary gender is literally the biggest trick of them all. It's false. It's same, even I found out recently, recycling, and they say your carbon footprint, it's just this thing by big companies to make us feel like it's our fault, even though we cause a minuscule amount of environment while they do it horribly. So we're looking at ourselves and what we're doing wrong, instead of looking at the big businesses and all the pollution they're doing. If they want environmentally stable, then we would be good. And the thing is, like, you're selling plastic straws, you're doing coal. If you didn't make that, then we wouldn't have that choice. It's the same with, the government doesn't care about our health. If they did, they wouldn't allow fast food companies and horrible food making. Like, in the States, food health laws, even in Canada, it's so low. It's why when you go to Europe, people feel so much healthier because they have better, stricter health laws. And that's why I think people go, well, we need to have more freedom. But the thing with freedom is that allows people to exploit you. It's also why I am a Hobbesian. I believe without a government and without people being able to make sure you're doing the correct thing, the world will be in utter chaos. And this is also because I know myself. I'm not sure if you ever heard this, but it's a Greek philosophy that in Athens, I think it was Plato. Plato came up with this paper kind of thing about, like, a story about a ring that allowed you to go invisible. And so you do all this bad stuff. And even, let's say, because of course, yes, there is people you can't control for, like the unexpected, I forget what it's called, but like people that, really good people, like they're just different, like they're the exception. And so, yeah, you could not use that ring, but that person would be viewed as horrible, while the other person who does all that stuff with the ring, they're seen as the best, because they're in power, so they control what's right and what's wrong. And it's also like ethics and morality. They're not internal, they're not internalized. It's what we've been taught, and it's what people came together and taught. Like, throughout history, every different culture, they have different rules and ethics and morality. Like, killings, like I would say, killing's bad. We have militaries. We kill people all the time. But, like, the military, people go, well, they're fighting for power. No, they're killing. Like, it's the exact same thing. And so, it's why I think ethics is just, and morality, it's just made up. It's not universal, it's not internalized, it's externalized. And because we've been in it so long, and the powers have controlled us so much, and it's why, they, like, these people at the top, is being, say, be ethical, because they know that if you're ethical, then they can exploit you for that. And that's why I think the whole ethic thing, it's why I'm a utilitarian in that sense in my previous video, is that we should outweigh the needs of the few for the money. The needs of the many should be put before the needs of the one or the few. Because, like, today we go, we don't want to hurt these people, or we can't do human trials because it's bad for them. But if we did human trials instead of animal trials, and these animals, they're innocent. Human beings, sentient species, dolphins, all that, they're the worst of the worst. They don't kill for food. Like, I understand if you kill for food, but we kill for pleasure. We find pleasure in hurting other people. And it's why I believe we should fight against our own aggressive instincts. Like, a dog wants to pee everywhere, but we train it not to, and I believe we can train ourselves to be better. It's why a collectivistic society kind of goes against our essence, our very being. But again, we need safety and peace, and the only way to do that is a collectivistic, utilitarian society, and it will take change, and the very first, second, maybe even third generations will struggle, but after that, it will be so ingrained in the people, they won't know any difference, and they'll look on us like morons. And I think that's what we should be. We are. Like, the world is horrible, and that's just, and here, all the other videos I make will probably be reactions or, like, on other things, but, yeah, so, thanks, guys.